Hey, welcome back. This is episode 70 of the Part-Time Players podcast. This is the video game podcast where two pals this week discuss the week's video game news. My name is Reece and I am joined, as always, by Bradley Seeley.
Hello, Bradley here.
Ooh.
I just had, sorry,
smooth.
I was just drinking some coffee.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
That's why I was not prepared, and I'm going to drink some more now.
Lovely. You always got a different mug each week. That's a boyfriend mug this week.
This is boyfriend. I'm an amazing boyfriend, apparently.
Yeah, is that from your boyfriend, your fiance?
That's from my fiance. Yeah. Okay. Right. Soon I have to get a husband mug.
Oh, upgrade.
Husband and wife.
Is that an
mug,
upgrade? Yeah, that's an upgrade.
Upgrade, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it depends how you look at it.
Very expensive to leave me mug.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But yeah. So I mix them. I like big mugs. I like, and this is quite a big mug, so
I know what you mean, like sturdy, thick. Yeah. I'm out of my regular mug, so I've just got a standard mug from the cupboard. So I don't know why we're talking about mugs.
I don't know. Pretty sure I did used to showcase my mug every week, and back in the day. So
back in the video days.
Yeah, back in the video days. Yeah.
Yeah, we're in there. We don't do video anymore, but yeah, we've got a great show. Some news stories coming from maybe a potential new Marvel game. Obviously updates on the disaster which is Avengers, and also what was the last one? I can't even remember. Hangar 13 Take Two cancelled game. So yeah, we're gonna have a little discussions about these three news stories. And I hope you enjoy it.
Week.
It is
Newsweek. It's Newsweek. No main topic.
No main topic, just news.
Although
news.
I did watch thingy yesterday.
What was that?
Mortal Kombat.
Oh, the movie.
Maybe I'll talk about that. Yeah, the movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts? Just say.
I wasn't expecting a lot, so I thought it was all right.
Did you really?
Okay. It's Mortal Kombat. Obviously, a game about tournaments. There wasn't a tournament, so
true. Yeah.
But
I can't. It was so bad in my mind. I can't even remember it. Of like when you just forget a dramatic event. That is one of them. I just couldn't recall anything that happened in that film.
Yeah, see, I wasn't having any big expectations, so I was like, I'll watch it. And it was all right. Yeah. It's just,
you can get my thoughts and Brad Moore's and I'll watch it or not episode that we did a few months ago.
Yeah.
Do you remember?
Yeah, exactly.
We did a little, wasn't a debate, but we had different opinions.
Yeah. I don't think Brad wasn't a fan of it, was he?
I think he was, right? Because he was saying, because he loves Mortal Kombat. It's like a franchise he loves. So I think he was, I think he admitted it wasn't exactly a great movie, but if you're a Mortal Kombat film, I think it exceeded his expectations. Or maybe that's the same with yours, because you had such low expectations. It somehow just leaped this little small fence, and he didn't disappoint. But yeah, I don't think I have finished Squid Game now, though.
Oh, have you? Yeah, good. Like it?
It's okay. I don't think it's as good as what people are making out to be.
I don't know why. I don't know where the hype. Like, it's a good series. Like, I quite liked it. But I don't know how it blew up that much. I don't. I get it. It's kind of like a bit like, I don't know, like it's like, kind of along the same rails as Hunger Games, which is obviously kind of like copied. Was the original one, Battle Royale, I think it was called.
Sure.
But yes, it's all right. Yeah, I enjoyed it while I was watching it. I enjoyed it. I think I've done it over like 2 or 3 days. But yeah, it's just but it is a phenomenon now.
Yeah, I don't get why. Personally.
Yeah,
I thought it was good. It was okay. I watched it all, but it's one of those things where I feel like it tries to deceive you to think it's deeper than what it actually is when it's not actually that deep. It's quite basic. And obviously where it's dubbed, the dialogue is not that deep or interesting. Do you know what I mean? They're like talking, you're like, all right, these interactions are not very engaging. I almost feel like I'm switching off, but I'm still kind of watching it because I wanted to know what was going to happen. And the ending is kind of like, is it fulfilling or not? Like
it's. I don't, if there's not another series, I won't mind. I like the games. I like the different, Tug of War. I thought that was pretty cool. That was the game. And
I like this glass.
Marble. I didn't get the marbles one. I like
the marble one. Oh, okay. No, I quite like that one just because of the fact that they made them pair up, and then you was obviously competing against potentially
one
your
of
friend.
The couples was a husband and wife.
Yeah, that's brutal, right?
So but no, it's good. I'm
the
watching
honeycomb one I didn't like. I thought that was a little bit
go on.
the honeycomb. Do you remember?
Oh yeah, the honeycomb one.
They were like all licking it at the end. I was just like, all right, this is but the glass like a bridge one, I thought that was by far the best.
Yeah, although people did say straight away afterwards, why didn't they just walk along the rails that's holding the glass there? Like,
yeah, I did. Yeah.
No, I thought it was. I did enjoy it. I'm watching something else in a minute. It's been. I think the last series is coming out soon. The Expanse. Have you seen that?
I tried watching that, but I haven't. I heard good things about today.
I was like you. I tried watching it, and I was like, oh, Thomas Jane just walking around a space station with a hat on. I was like, this is a bit boring. It gets so good.
Really? Okay.
I suppose you've heard that before, but before we started doing this, I literally just finished watching the last episode of series 3.
Okay.
It's really good.
Okay. I may give it a go. I'm into Succession at the moment. I love that show. It might be my favorite show on at the moment.
I've never seen that.
Yeah, give it a go.
Or Billions. Never watched Billions either.
Succession is better than Billions, but I like both. But yeah, no, it's a really good show. You should check it out. But
maybe I'll download some for my long haul flight.
Yeah. Obviously, we're going to America in a couple of weeks. Talked about America. I saw, because I've been on a few trips recently for work, and in London there's a Wendy's.
Yeah. I think there's a couple. Maybe there's a couple in the UK.
Yeah, I didn't realize that. I thought it was literally strictly like you could only get it in America.
Yeah.
I was tempted to go in there, but we already had lunch.
Where we're staying, there's one opposite the hotel. So
yeah, I want to try that, and I also want to try an In-N-Out because
In-N-Out. There's one of them near the Quad, and then you got to go Denny's as well. I know, like, people don't care. Like, this is just a conversation that we're having. Just on a podcast about games, but
well, we're talking about food now. Burger places we're going to trying out. So I look forward to trying these different places I haven't tried before. But anyway, I suppose we should talk about video games today at some point. Please obviously go and like and subscribe to the podcast wherever you do listen to it. We obviously do appreciate your support. And give us a little 5-star review if you do like it. And obviously, although we don't do a video version on YouTube, we are still posted on YouTube as audio only. So obviously still go over there if you want to, and obviously give us a little like, watch, etc. Anyway, I'll hand over to Brad for the first news story.
Yes, so the first news story, as we mentioned at the top of the episode, so there is a T2. Take-Two scraps Hangar 13 game, and it writes off 53 million. Just imagine having that sort of money. You can just afford to just write off. Done. There you go.
Yeah.
A new
Microsoft
project
do it all the time.
You what? Sorry.
Imagine Microsoft are doing that every day with bloody Game Pass, just writing it off. Just
write that off.
Yeah.
A new project by Mafia developer Hangar 13 has been shelved by Take-Two. With the organisation writing off 53 million as a result. The release, codenamed Vault, had been in production since 2017, according to Bloomberg, and has apparently gone through multiple iterations since it's first conceived. According to sources familiar with the decision, as reported by the ever-reliable Jason Schreier, the current version of the game struggled due to reboots, technology hiccups, and challenges caused by COVID-19. Apparently, the title was billed as a Cthulhu meets Saints Row, and featured superheroes in online gameplay. It sounds like a mess.
Yeah.
It just
it looks it. Obviously, we're going to go into Square Enix and Crystal Dynamics in a bit, but it just sounds like a replica of that. The wrong developer doing the wrong type of game.
Yeah. So I'm familiar with Hangar 13. Sorry, familiar with Hangar 13 because of the Mafia reboot, remake, whatever it was.
Yeah, they've done all the Mafia trilogy.
Yeah, they've done them, so I'm familiar with that. And then them trying to make it sounds like it's going to be like a live service game. You got Cthulhu, so you can have like people with like technical faces in a city and superheroes. It just sounds, I don't know. Like you say, there's certain developers, there's certain studios that can make these certain games, and maybe Hangar 13 wasn't one of them.
Yeah, I can imagine like the pitch in the boardroom when Hangar 13 maybe proposed this as like, oh, well, we make really good open world sandbox game, obviously Mafia. Let's make this crazy open world game like Saints Row, but then let's make it online, and we might as well add superheroes
and monsters.
Yeah, monsters as well, because they're cool at the moment. Like people like Marvel. So yeah, let's jump on that. Everybody likes live service games. You will make loads of money. Yeah, let's give it a go. And it's just like, well, this is just it's just not going to work. You're trying to mesh too many things together with a developer that just don't make those types of games. But yeah,
and they've obviously come to the realization where they're like, this isn't going to work. We might as well just stop it here before sinking more money into it. And it's been shelved like many a game before it. Yeah, I think it would. Yeah, I don't think this would have been very good. So it says, unfortunately, the team of Hangar 13 executives at Take-Two and publishing label 2K Games didn't see the value in completing the project, especially given how much development time would be required to finish it off. Employees at the studio will meet bosses later today to learn what's next for the team. So hopefully no one loses their job, because this is now
hopefully not down. Hopefully Hangar 13 are fine. I would love them to make a new Mafia, like a modern day, go back to the Italian Mafia stuff. I thought it was very good. I don't know if that would be greenlit. But yeah, that's what I want from them. Just let them make a game that they can make, an open world sandbox game. And although I was quite disappointed by the remake of the original Mafia, just because they didn't update a lot of the gameplay, which I thought was a little bit bizarre. Yeah, they're a decent studio. Obviously, they're an understudy almost to Rockstar, who make a similar type games, but obviously so much better. But yeah, no, just let them make. Yeah. You can make that type of game. Like if they want to make like a Saints Row type open world crime game that's a bit crazy, like a Saints Row, then let them make that. Make it single player. We don't need to shoehorn in this online service because it is so hard. And we're also
not every game needs it either. You know what I mean?
They don't.
Yeah.
Like you say, there's like a few games have done it. You've got obviously Destiny.
That's succeeded, but at first it was a bit touch and go earlier on. Rainbow Six Siege started off really bad, and obviously then that got a lot better. The Division kind of faltered. That didn't do very well. So that's another one. So it's kind of you kind of got to be careful. And
but you're like, we're even competing in the space of like Call of Duty, Fortnite, like even like the free to play games like Genshin Impact,
Legends and
all those types of games. They're like you're competing with basically a model, which is you want a player base to stay steady. Like you need a continuous player pool in there. So you're competing with other games that also are trying to do that. It's not like you're just competing with just Destiny. You're also competing with like MMOs. Final Fantasy 14, World of Warcraft, Elder Scrolls, and like there's loads of them. You're competing with so many types of games with studios that are built to make these types of games. And that is the problem with Avengers, which obviously we'll go into. It's a good game. It's just not a live service game, and they can't compete with it. So it's the same story, and they're clearly wise enough to make. Well, maybe they just saw what happened across the road. Well, not across the road, but they saw what happened with Avengers. I'm thinking, this is going to be a repeat of that.
Let's end it now.
Anthem, another example. BioWare are not that studio.
No.
Crystal Dynamics are not that studio, and Hangar 13 are also not that studio. No. It would have been just history repeating themselves, and
now as well, obviously Halo's going into it as well now. Halo's going to try and transition, and it's
that's true. That's a big one.
Bungie, 343, can't make a normal single player just online game, like with an online bit as well, like so them trying to compete with Bungie over at Destiny, and like everyone else don't see it working very well.
The only benefit they have is time and money. Like, it ain't like they're going to pull the plug for that game. They've probably got years of time to just develop, a bit like what obviously and so many resources, a bit like what obviously Destiny had. When Destiny 2 first launched, Bungie, although they're great and they're a huge studio, they also had Activision, and all Activision's supporting studios helping them build Forsaken, which basically saved the game in many ways. So 343 is going to have that with Microsoft, with Halo Infinite. Obviously, I'm sure the big criticism, which I can see happening, is that there's only one biome. I think that's a little bit, but they're probably the next thing is like, the next one will be the snowy place. The next one will be a sandy place. These DLCs are coming in the future, and obviously they've got time and money. because it's also on Game Pass, you ain't going to be like, oh, we only sold 2 million copies and that's not good enough for Halo. There is no numbers because it's on Game Pass. So they've got that luxury to be like, well, everybody's going to jump in because it's on Game Pass.
Mm-hmm.
And we've got money and time to develop this.
Yeah.
So I think eventually Halo Infinite will probably be good or have lots to it because they've got time and money.
Yeah, and there is still a lot of fans out there who love Halo. So
that's another thing, of course.
I was one of them. I'll give Halo Infinite a go.
Yeah.
Before December the 8th, I think it gets released. Yeah. So
yeah.
We'll see. The next news story is a new Marvel game, reportedly either Fantastic Four or Ant-Man. So this is a bit of a rumor.
Yep.
Skydance New Media has partnered with Marvel for an untitled game. New rumblings indicate for the project is either related to Ant-Man or the Fantastic Four. New evidence suggests that either Ant-Man or the Fantastic Four rest at the center of the unnamed Marvel game from Amy Hennig's team at Skydance New Media. Amy Hennig was obviously she had a lot to do with Uncharted, right?
She was she was the director of Uncharted.
Naughty Dog got rid of her.
No, she left to join EA to do 1313.
That's right, and then that got scrapped.
Yeah, unfortunately.
That
would have been so good.
Might have been a good game, yeah.
That was
Wasn't there another game that she was involved, like rumored to be with, and then that got scrapped as well? Was it just 1313?
Yeah, I think there was one after that as well. I don't know if it was still at EA, but it was another like license thing, and then she's had some quite bad luck since she's decided to leave Naughty Dog. She's a fantastic writer.
Yeah, they could have done with her with on Last of Us 2, to be honest.
That was always going to be Neil Druckmann. That was his.
Fucking
they had two teams. Go on.
Yeah, so she is now over at Skydance New Media, and they're it's pointing at it's going to be a Marvel game. So it's all around the Fat Man Beyond. The what's that guy's name?
Who's in Jazz Silent Bob? I don't know.
Sure.
The bloke who ruined the new He-Man. I can't remember what his name is. Kevin Smith. It's his podcast thing. Yeah. So on November 2nd's episode of Fat Man Beyond, co-host and scriptwriter Mark Bernardin divulged his role as a writer on the Skydance Marvel title game Informer. Producer Ben Hansen notes that according to Kevin Smith, the stream's chat manager immediately guessed the subject material. On Twitter, Hansen added the two viable choices were Ant-Man and the Fantastic Four.
Okay. So which one do you think it is, and which one would you prefer?
I think I'd prefer Ant-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'd prefer Ant-Man. Yeah, you could do obviously you could go. They could. I know there's obviously the Fantastic Four that has more like powers and like a bigger, rogues gallery and all that. But, I think Ant-Man you could do. Yeah, you could go small and you can go big.
That's your pitch. You go small, you go big.
That's my pitch. Yeah,
that's the marketing. You can go small, you can go big.
Yeah, you can be as small as an ant, and be big as a building.
All right,
there you go. There, so I don't know. I think that you could do more with gameplay mechanics with Ant-Man.
I totally agree. I prefer Fantastic Four, and I really like their villains, like Doctor Doom, Galactus. I really like the Fantastic Four, but I can't imagine how that game would be. Not that it wouldn't be interesting. I just feel it'd just be another superhero game, right?
And it'd be I feel like it'd be a lot like it might end up being a lot like Guardians of the Galaxy, where
which is good.
Where maybe you control one and then the others like NPCs, but you can kind of command them what to do. I feel like it's going to be something like that. Where Ant-Man, I think it's you're going to be able to do a lot more with it.
Sure. If that was the case, you'd more likely control Mr. Fantastic and having a stretchy character. Is that really fun gameplay? Yeah. And obviously, would you want to go invisible? And I guess Human Torch is the most interesting. I don't know. It sounds like could be like a cross between Spider-Man, like Insomniac Spider-Man, and could be set in New York, I guess, and Avengers, which I've already played. Where, like you said, Ant-Man is kind of completely different. The fact that you can go really small, like I don't know.
Yeah, I imagine there'd be like good stealth levels. It could be good stealth levels, and there'd be levels where you can just if you can go big, go to Giant Man, just smashing stuff up. I just feel like it'd be more interesting gameplay for me. That's the one I'd like. But,
I totally agree.
Look like the Marvel games, they're a bit hit and miss. Like Spider-Man, brilliant. From Insomniac. Avengers, not great. Guardian Galaxy is supposed to be good, but it hasn't had the appeal for me to go out and get it straight away.
You would like it. It's really good.
Yeah, so I'd like to see it, but it's not one of these games where I'm like, oh my god, I can't wait for it to come out. So yeah, what about you? Would you be excited for this? I know you're a big Marvel fan.
Yeah, I would play both. Let's not get around it, and I would be interested to see what they could do with the Fantastic Four, but I'm definitely feel like there was more creativity or more flexibility with Ant-Man just because he's less used. I think and because of, is it Paul Rudd who plays him in the MCU? Obviously, he had a lot of humor and comedy to the character now. So if they could make the game also with the writing, I'm sure Amy could do that. She's very good, but I feel like it would just suits her style a bit more, like comedy and a linear story with him, go big, small. I can imagine I don't know. I could just imagine that's quite interesting for a developer to develop you as like a really tiny character and having all these big objects around you. And then there have been levels where you're massive and there have been small things around you. I imagine that's quite, rather than Fantastic Four, just seems like another, not generic superhero game, but that's all I can picture. I'm not a creative person, I'm not a developer, but I can't picture it outside anything that we haven't already played. Does that make sense? So
unless you could be flying around in the Fantastic Four mobile, that flying car they have, I suppose. Just flying around in that. You could be that. And the thing I have as well, like if you play as the Thing, where you can smash stuff, like you see in the films and in the comics, like if the Hulk goes mad, I know the Thing isn't as strong as the Hulk, but if the Hulk goes mad, he can just smash anything. Whereas in the Avengers game, which we'll talk about later, but like the Hulk in that, he'd be smashing these people to death. They'd be exploding, and he could just tear through a wall. Whereas when you've got a character like that, trying to make a game with them, it's a bit hard because obviously you can't just be like I can just run through the wall to get to the end of the level. It's just. And I can imagine the same thing would be for the Thing. You'd want to, you feel like you could like smash stuff up and all that, and you'd be held back. So
invincible characters are a huge problem in games. That's why there's never been a good Superman game. How can you make a good Superman? He's invincible. He's invincible. He can lift and move. Like, how can you create that in a game? It's impossible. They're too strong.
Exactly.
So that's why Batman and Spider-Man and these kind of more. I don't know. One, they got really interesting villains, but two, they're just interesting characters, a bit more agile and more.
And they can get hurt. Like there are
consequences,
repercussions, and that. So
Ant-Man. Ant-Man's got a vote for me. I'd rather have an Ant-Man game than
2 votes. Part-time players approved.
Yeah, PT players approved. Yeah, Ant-Man.
Yep, absolutely.
God.
I'm trying to get a wire from behind my laptop and everything was moving. So leading on to that is a good segue into Marvel, staying in the Marvel theme. Avengers, you're one of the 4 players that still plays it.
Yeah, there's a few of us. Yep.
There's some news this week about when we're getting Spider-Man, and also that Square Enix has just kind of come out and said, it's disappointing.
Which is they're quite open, aren't they?
Yeah.
I don't know if it was translated wrong or whatever, but the president of Square Enix basically said, the performance has been disappointed and that we chose the wrong developer, which is kind of like, wow, okay. And then when you put 2 and 2 together, because we never really spoke about the Square Enix Crystal Dynamics side when we heard the news about them joining the Intuition. No, what's the studio called?
Initiative, is it?
Initiative, that's it, for the Perfect Dark. They've basically just been rented out, haven't they? It's like you've disappointed us, so
you've done
we're
bad.
now renting you out to Microsoft. And I could see a future where they actually sell them to Microsoft.
Yeah, maybe. Just be like, oh, you're no good to us.
Yeah,
go get out of here.
Yeah, we're disappointed us. Like, wow, it's interesting.
As a fan, how does this make you feel? Because obviously, did you expect it to go on a lot longer? Did you expect it's going to come into the end of its cycle, or did you think they're just going to keep adding new stuff to it? How does it, for a fan of the series to?
It hasn't developed as well as I expected it to. I expected them to fix some of the key core problems with the game. The problems with the game is it's not built as a live service game, and maybe I'm just naive to game development. Maybe you just can't change that. Maybe it's just built into the game. But what it needs is a gameplay loop, a reoccurring to make you come back to keep player base. Like I said earlier about games like Destiny, there's a loop of why you want to keep coming back. There's like a grind, or there's a desire to collect things, or you want a better role, or you want to be able the ability to do a hard activity.
Yeah.
All they keep doing is giving us new characters, short little events that don't lead up to anything. So you jump in, you do this thing, and then you jump back out. There is no end game content. And so I expected them to fix that in the last year, and they haven't. Like, right, we're getting a raid, great, thank you. And we're getting Spider-Man, well, PlayStation is only both coming on the 30th of November. And they have been fixing some quality of life things, like people were upset about the having the ability to buy power boosts in the store. And everybody said, oh, it was pay to win. And a lot of people jumped on the bandwagon, like IGN were reporting at GameSpot. And I was thinking, it's not pay to win. Loads of MMOs do that. You can go into a store and get an XP boost. How's that pay to win? It's not pay to win. I kind of totally disagreed, and they were kind of shitting on the game when there's a lot of things you can shit on it for, but I don't think that's one of them. I think that's quite fair. Like, people don't want to grind, they want to pay for an XP boost. Let them do that. I don't see the problem. But I was expecting them to fix some of the problems. So fix, like I said, some quality of life stuff, some of the materials collecting there that made it less grindy in some areas, made it more grindy in others, which is a mistake. The problem is the studio is just not built for live service games. They just are just making loads of mistakes. And unfortunately, Destiny, in like Destiny 1, like Bungie and these other games, were making these mistakes 5 years ago, and now they've fixed those problems. It's too late to come in and make these errors. A bit like with Anthem, with BioWare. Like, you've made a good core game there, some good gameplay there, but the actual live service game is just non-existent. And you don't have the time anymore to build it because there's too many other competition around. You're not like you're making this first ever game. You're coming into the game late, so you've got to get it right. A bit like what Outriders did. They got it right. Like, it was a good core game. It is what it is. They didn't have no end game. They never said it was a live service game, but what it was, a good looter game, like a Borderlands. And they nailed it. They got it. Everybody enjoyed it. You played it. That's it. It's done.
I think some maybe like the lines get blurred, between something like you say, like like Borderlands and then Destiny, and Avengers should have been more towards the Borderlands level, shouldn't it? It shouldn't have tried to be the next big on live service game, because it just, like you say, it just hasn't worked, and they haven't got, they've made some mistakes in that. But it's a shame, because obviously Avengers is huge. It's so much potential, and now they've got like you said, it's exclusive Spider-Man for PlayStation. I don't know if anyone cares anymore, really. I think like everyone's just kind of like,
I'm going to jump in and give it a go because I'm interested in it. But it's on Game Pass as well now, so they've basically they've sold the rights to the game, not the rights to the game, but you know what I mean? They've made money from that. So maybe it will survive a little bit longer. Obviously, I'm sure Microsoft gave them some money for that. Obviously, they're now helping with Perfect Dark. I'm sure they've got some money for that also. Another big thing is what they probably make money from is their MCU outfits. They're constantly adding MCU outfits to the store. I know Bungie make a lot of money from their Eververse store. That's basically what keeps the game going, is microtransactions. And I'm sure that may save the game. I don't know if the game is like dead. I think it's going that way. It looks that way, but it might have some light at the end of the tunnel potentially, but I don't know. Like we said so many times in this episode already, it was just the wrong developer, and I totally agree with the president. It was the wrong developer. So it makes you think, why did you let them make this game? Who made this decision? They're not a poor Naughty Dog, but they make Naughty Dog type games, right? Crystal Dynamics. So they made Tomb Raider, which is basically, when they rebooted Tomb Raider, it was basically a worse version of Uncharted, in my opinion.
I really like the new Tomb Raider. The first one. The only one I played is the first one, but I thought it was good.
I played the first two, and I do really like them. They're good games, but they're not 10 out of 10s. I think of Naughty Dog making 10s. they make like a 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10. Like they're good. I'm not saying they're bad, but they're not 10 out of 10 like stellar like Naughty Dog. I don't know. They should have made a game, like you said, more like Borderlands, more like Outriders. Gotham Knights. That's a co-op type game, superhero. Make that game.
Yeah,
for Avengers.
Definitely. Yeah, but so what news do we have about the Spider-Man that's coming? Oh, Reece is currently having some sort of coughing attack. I think he's dying. He's fallen off his chair, and that's it, everyone. That's the end of the episode. Man down. Maybe I should phone an ambulance. I don't know. No, he's alive. He is moving. But yeah, he don't look great. Yeah, he's still coughing. He's back. He's coughing again. Jesus H. But what do you guys think about Spider-Man in Avengers? I don't like the game. I thought it was rubbish. But that's just my opinion. You know, some people like it. I just didn't get it. He's back. I think he's gonna unmute. He's recovering. He's covering. Is he recovering? He's recovering. Yeah. So you mute. I think. He's.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, it's right. You're back. I was just describing to everyone listening what was happening, saying that you're choking to death. Looks like Yeah, you look at one point. You look like you've fallen off your chair. Maybe I was have to phone an ambulance. Yeah. So
keep going.
Yeah. So yeah, 30th of November, Spider-Man characters getting added to the Avengers game. I don't know how it's going to play. All I can think of is it's going to play worse than the actual Spider-Man game because I can't see it being anywhere near as good as that mechanics-wise. But yeah, it's got here. We have an update to our roadmap, and you'll want to mark your calendars for this one. Claw Raid and PlayStation exclusive superhero Spider-Man arrives in patch 2.2, which includes the reworks on November the 30th. So the Claw Raid is a teamwork communication tactics. You'll want to assemble your best 4-player squad for this one, following the events of War of Wakanda expansion. The Sonic Monster Claw has returned to the Vibranium Mound with a seething determination to destroy Wakanda. This is where you'll finish him off for good and claim the highest end gear, but he's not going to go down without a fight. And then we have Spider-Man and the great and with Great Power Hero event. Iconic web slinger Spider-Man will come exclusive to PlayStation players in November the 30th update, along with Spider-Man with Great Power Hero event. You experience Spider-Man's story for unlockable challenges woven throughout the Avengers initiative. And yeah, so that's that. I don't know if that sounds appealing to anyone. I don't play this game, so I don't really know. It's kind of like when I see Destiny memes and I try and work it out and I just don't understand them because I don't play it enough.
Fair enough.
I saw one the other day. I saw one on Instagram and it was like this meme and everyone was like commenting on it going, oh yeah. And I just didn't get it. This Destiny meme. I was like, I just don't understand. You know, when it's something so like, it might as well have been wrote in Russian or something because I just didn't get it.
Fair enough.
Your opinion and your thoughts, are you looking forward to the Spider-Man? The Raid or the Spider-Man? The Spider-Mans?
I'm going to give Spider-Man a go. I love Spider-Man. Yeah. It's one of my favorite characters, so I will jump in. Obviously, it releases on the 30th when we're on away, so I won't be able to give it a go immediately. But no, I will play it.
Yeah.
And I will try and do the Raid also. I don't know if it's matchmaking or not, but
yeah. It says here, assemble your 4 best teammates. So.
4? Oh. Yeah, well, I can't do it. I don't know. I only know one other person that plays it, so
yeah,
that's going to be a pass for that. But yeah, no, I will give Spider-Man a go.
Yeah,
I probably won't grind and level them up to the max because what's the point? But I will play it until I get bored.
Yeah,
because it is fun playing with new characters. They do one thing they have done good is making the characters feel good.
Like I was saying when you was having your coughing fit, I just don't see how Spider-Man would play. I can't imagine it being playing anywhere like when you're controlling him. Sorry, like how it wouldn't feel anywhere near as good as like the Insomniac games. You know what I mean? I just can't.
Yeah, potentially. I don't know if they worked with Insomniac because obviously it is PlayStation exclusive. I don't know if it's going to be that version of Spider-Man, and he's going to have the white spider suit.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was, and that's why it is exclusive. But yeah, it's not going to feel as good, I wouldn't imagine, because how can it be? It's a single-player linear game, not linear open world, but for Spider-Man. So yeah, no, I wouldn't expect it to be as good, but I expect it to feel like Spider-Man and be good.
Yeah, no, definitely. I so nearly bought it a couple of months ago, but I just didn't. I was watching a bidding one on eBay, and I could have got it for 13 quid, but I missed it. It just passed me by.
Understandable.
Yeah,
it's done now, really, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, it's kind of finished now. It's dead, and you still ain't got a platinum. Maybe you'll have it though. By the time you finish it, maybe you'll have it.
Oh yeah, I've completely forgot I went that platinum.
Yeah.
I've only got the grindy ones to do now. It's literally just do like, I don't know, 50 hive missions, and I must have done loads by now.
Yeah,
I must be close.
I
kind of decided that I'm just going to passively get it over time.
Yeah,
I don't need to rush this but now it's seeming as if the game is
an end
and got the legs as I anticipated. So yeah, maybe I will. I will get the platinum though. I'm not going to like uninstall it without the plat. That is like the one thing this game's going to give me. It's the platinum.
And then you'll be done. Then you'll be like, I'm finished with that. I'll never have to go back to it again.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. Are we going to get new content next year? That's the question.
Yeah.
Can you see them adding new content?
No.
I don't know. No.
No.
You think this is going to be the last drop?
Not after they said like, oh look, it didn't do as well as we thought. It's a disappointment. I can't see them being like, oh, we'll pump some more money into it. I think they'll just cut and run. Just be like, no, it's just done now. We've delivered everything we said we would. We got Spider-Man out, like we said, exclusive. At least they've done that. They could have just kind of cut it, but I know Mass Effect Andromeda was rubbish, but they laid out all this DLC that was going to have, and then they was just like, no, it's gone. They shut it down. So yeah, I reckon. Yeah,
well, the reason why they can't do that on this occasion is because they've made a contract with Sony that they would do that. Yeah. So that's why they can't drop that. That they're honoring the fans or the players. It's if there was no contract with Sony and that wasn't exclusive, then they might not be doing it.
Might have just done it. Yeah,
they wouldn't.
But I think now after this, I reckon it's done.
Yeah, there's been loads of rumors about other characters, like Bucky's supposed to be coming into it, and Scarlet Witch, Loki. Like, there's loads of hints of all these characters, even in the game, and not just outside the game. But clearly, they had a lot of ideas for the future. And the Kree invasion as well is supposed to be the next big expansion. So
we'll have to wait and see.
It is what it is, unfortunately.
Yeah, we're just speculating.
Yep.
So there have been a couple of COD Vanguard come out this week.
Okay.
Neither of us play it. We've said before, neither of us are going to play it. I kind of fell off the COD bandwagon a long time ago. I think what was the actual last one I actually physically bought when it first came out was maybe Black Ops 2, and then I got a refund because it was so bad. I think that was the last one I actually bought, and then since then I've not. No, sorry, no. The last one I bought was Call of Duty World War 2. So
you bought that
by Sledgehammer, the Second World War one. Yeah, that's the last one I bought.
This is a Sledgehammer.
Yeah, this is a Sledgehammer World War 2 one. Yeah, but
sure.
Yeah, it's been getting some quite good reviews, I think. Let me get the Metacritic up, and then I can tell you what it is. So PlayStation 5 Metacritic it's got a 76 score for Metacritic, and it's got a 6 user score. That's actually gone down while we've been recording this, because this a minute ago it was 6.1, now 6. So in the user score. Right. It's dropping down.
What's the actual score now? Critics.
The actual Metacritic score.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, 76.
Oh, 76.
Yeah, okay. 76. So yeah.
All right, fine.
7.5. So it's got read this one, read a little review. Call of Duty Vanguard standout shooter experience, a globetrotting campaign that features some of the franchise's best visual features and a core mystery that is far too quick but remains strong. Also, wish the zombie mode wasn't impacted by a content drop that is expected a month from launch, meaning that players are given an engaging but sometimes toothless wave-based assault of the undead.
Yet the multiplayer experience is an exceptional entry at the heart of Vanguard. It offers refinement to the standard set by Modern Warfare and gives players an incredible amount of challenges to complete to best show off their combat prowess. While a new Warzone map isn't here yet, there's plenty to look forward to in the months to come. So that's a positive one. Let me see if I can find a bad one. Someone says this game is not good. It's strong as shit and campaign short. Do not buy this game. Yet another entry in the
fantastic review.
Yeah, yet another entry in the awful exploitative, full price, microtransaction filled yearly dumpster fire that is Call of Duty. Vanguard is just the worst. So yeah, you've got some people either end of the spectrum there.
Yeah, you expect that, don't you, with Call of Duty? So popular, so many people, and I just don't think they really care, do they, about the scores? As long as it's okay, good. Their benchmark is good, isn't it? As long as the game is good, they don't need it to be great, brilliant, game of the year contender. Just as long as it's good, okay, people are buying it. They'll sell, 20 plus million, 30 plus, whatever it is, million copies, and on to the next one next year.
Yeah, and there's already rumors going around what next year's one's going to be. Apparently, it's going to be another Modern Warfare one, set with a drug cartel, like set around the drug cartels.
Sure.
So, that's the one that's rumored to come out next year. Also, a lot of people have been getting early access to Forza Horizon 5. I think it's actually released on the 9th. But apparently it's had 80,000 players playing it, because you could, I think if you bought the, reserved it or special edition, get early access.
Sure.
So far, the Forza Horizon 5 is a Metacritic score of 91, and the user score is 8.8. So
very impressive.
Yeah, people love Forza, don't they? They've really taken. I think they've taken the crown off of
Gran Turismo.
Yeah, Gran Turismo. Yeah, they've taken that crown, and now Xbox.
They already had the crown, to be fair, but that seems like is that the highest score they've ever achieved?
I think it is the highest rated. Yeah, highest rated.
Yeah,
one.
And that seems quite impressive. So they got a winner with that franchise. Looks like it's going from shrimp to shrimp. So good for Microsoft.
Yeah, no, it is. Yeah, I've never played them. Obviously on Game Pass, but that's no racing games don't really.
I guess it's a good time to have Game Pass back to back. You got that game this month, and then next month you got Halo. So
exactly, yeah, it's coming out strong. Game Pass is coming out end of the year. It's coming out punching. And that, I think that's it. Was that it for the news? Oh, there's just one other little thing I'll just mention. If you're a fan of eFootball and you was like, oh bloody hell, this game's unplayable, but at least we can wait for the patch to fix it. Yeah, it's not coming till spring next year. So that game's just kind of, also hit my mic. The game's just kind of be dead, isn't it? It's just gonna.
Well, awful disaster. It's just, launch.
Just done. Yeah. Just
was praising them like, oh, well done. You're going free to play, competing with FIFA.
Yeah.
All you needed to do is just release an actual
good game,
a functioning game, like literally a working game, an actual football sim. Just release it. They don't have to be good. Just
and they didn't
works, and they couldn't have achieved that.
Yeah, Christ. And then a few weeks ago we had about Konami get back into the game business. It's like, do we want them to? Do
you want them to touch Metal Gear anymore?
No, we just carry on making your gambling machines. That's fine. It's it's crazy, but that is the state of eFootball at the moment.
Yeah.
But that's the news. That's the news roundup.
Nice.
Yeah, it's
sorry about my coughing fit in the middle there.
That's all right. You can't help it. You have your bad lungs.
Bad lungs. Yeah.
Bad lungs.
Yeah.
It's not COVID, everyone. He hasn't got COVID. So,
got a bit of a chest infection.
Yeah.
Yeah. What have you been playing this week? You've been playing.
You know what? Guess what?
What
I started Spider-Man Miles Morales.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Yeah. So I started playing that yesterday. I've just got past the bit where I'm just traveling around the city, just doing some crimes.
Okay, nice.
Your uncle, who we know is the Prowler, but he doesn't know. He knows you're Spider-Man.
Sure. Yeah.
But yeah, it's Spider-Man. The swinging's the same. The Venom powers are pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like the Venom punch and that they're pretty good.
Yep.
I've got a feeling, I don't know if it's true or not.
don't tell me because I obviously haven't played it. But his friend who's just come back and she's all like smart. I've got a feeling she's got something to do with this new gang.
Sure.
You know, is she a tinkerer or does she work for? I don't know.
Sure.
That's what I think. But yeah, it's good. It's good, and I'm glad I waited because it is set at Christmas. So it's waited nearly a year to play this game. So.
I know. Yeah,
but we said, didn't we? We're going to do a we're going to bank an episode about it when we're away. So I'll finish it before and
we'll chat about it. Yeah, no, it's a great game. It looks fantastic. Plays fantastic.
It looks really good. Yeah,
Insomniac are so good. They're such a good studio.
Yeah,
I can't wait for Spider-Man 2 and Wolverine. What are they going to do with Wolverine? It's just
Wolverine could be pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah, they're a good studio. It's good.
Yeah, traversing on a motorbike. Yeah, with a cowboy hat on. Nice.
Yeah. No, I can't wait for that. It's gonna be good.
But, that's what I've been playing. And I'm still plodding along with Far Cry 5. Okay. Just trying to do it, trying to finish it. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I haven't played anything new. Just a little bit of Destiny. I've been away this week for work, and then also got ill, so I haven't been playing much games. But a little bit of Destiny when I could. Probably jump on today, try to do a GM Grandmaster Nightfall because there's a certain fusion rifle I want to get. Do that later. It's good.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna try. I reckon I'm gonna try and get as much play as much as I can. But the next few weeks is pretty hectic, and then obviously at the end of the month I'm not here, so maybe the old Switch will be getting a blow the dust off the Switch and play some handheld games.
Sure. Some Pokemon or something, maybe. I was thinking about getting Pokemon. I'm not sure.
Yeah, maybe I'll get Pokemon Diamond or Pearl. And I've still got to finish Zelda Breath of the Wild. So maybe I'll play that. And
I'll pop that down as well. I've never finished it. But
I'll be taking that with me when I travel. So playing some handheld stuff. But Metroid Dread's supposed to be really good. That's been getting some really good reviews.
Some Nintendo games, they always do, right?
Yeah. So maybe,
talking about just, I don't know, I just had this thought pop into my mind. Now we're talking about Pokemon. I'm really surprised we haven't got a live service Pokemon game.
Yeah, that is a surprise.
Yeah, how is that not? Well, how is Legends? I know it's like an open world RPG that what fans really want, but considering how much money Pokemon makes, and with Pokemon Go making so much money, why is it not a live service game?
Yeah, I don't know.
Like,
is Pokemon Go still going?
Yeah,
is.
Yeah,
but I was really into it for like 2 weeks, and then I just give up.
Yeah, I was watching a show this week, and they were talking about like the top grossing video games in the world. It was in like the billions. Jeez. And Pokemon Go was like 10th.
Wow.
And there's a new number one. Fortnite was number one. It's now in number 2.
Who's number 1?
Genshin Impact has gone as number 1.
There you go.
I think it was like 3.5 billion.
These free to play games, if it's good, you can earn a lot of money. What I mean? All the little cosmetics and the microtransactions and
top
freemium.
Obviously, Fortnite's number 2, which is also free, and then in third place is GTA.
Wow,
online.
Yeah, so GTA's been knocked off the top spot.
But that's not including unit sales.
Yeah.
I mean, selling copies.
Yeah, GTA's getting it both ways, but he's getting both ways. It's not even a free game. You still have to buy it. Well, you have to buy the game and then you get to go online. It's free.
So revenue in terms of just online stuff, I think it's like 1.5 billion or something like that. And then obviously on top of that, they're making and selling like 5 million copies a quarter as well. So
I just didn't see there wasn't an end point for Pokemon Go. That's why I stopped playing it. I was like, this is actually just pointless. Like I don't see what the point of this is.
That's why they want you to keep going. I think like in that list also, I think like 4 or 5 is Animal Crossing.
Wow. Yeah.
So
getting all those Tom Nook mortgages.
Exactly. Yeah. This just never ends. These types of games, they just keep going. They keep going. But money makers. But I guess that's it for this episode.
Yeah, it's a short one this week, guys. Sometimes you get long ones, sometimes you get short ones, and this week it's a shorter one.
Yeah, well,
we needed to keep you up to date on all the news. Yeah. Yep. One thing I'd say about Mortal Kombat, I thought it was funny. That guy Jax, and he's there, and this guy, and he's got he's wearing like a vest,
Sure.
and he's just got his massive arms, and it's like they're making a point of this guy's huge arms, and then his arms just get like frozen off, and then he's got his little robot ones. I just thought it was quite funny.
Yeah,
they just kind of like showcase, like, look at this guy's arms. This guy's arms are huge, and then like, oh, they're gone now. Yeah, I mean, it's sort of it was quite funny.
Yeah,
but another thing, you unlock a power. So his power when he unlocked it was big arms. But what if it weren't big arms? What if it was like, I don't know, razors coming out of his back, but he still had the small little arms? You know what I mean? I don't know. There's a few questions in that film.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what the answers to these questions are.
No. How is one person's power a hat that's a razor blade? How's that power? I don't know.
I don't know.
No, I don't know.
It's based off a video game. None of it makes sense. Don't try and make sense of this. You may go insane.
Okay, I'll stop thinking about it.
Yeah. I wouldn't think about it too much.
No.
It's just nonsense.
Yeah. But hey guys, if you like this episode, if you got this far, thank you. And I sound like a proper like YouTube. Yeah, hey guys, hey, subscribe. No, I'm not one of those assholes. But yeah, if you did enjoy it, just go to our social medias. There's a link tree that shows you where you can download it from and what our social media sites, and just follow us on there, and we'll interact, and you can send us questions and DMs and messages and all that sort of stuff, and then we appreciate it. And leave a review, please, because that helps more than
you will ever know.
Yeah, more than you ever know. If you just to like 5-star, it's good, man, that would be great. It's all right. It's all right. Yeah, as long as it's 5-star.
5-star. Yeah, right. Of course.
Yeah.
Arseholes, if you want.
5-star. I enjoyed Reece. I enjoyed the bit where recently coughed himself to death.
Yeah,
5 stars. So cool. Thanks.
Sure, if that gets us a review, then go for it.
Yeah.
Right.
Thank you.
Anyway, until next week. Cheers, guys.
Thanks, guys. Bye.